There we go. Yeah, better. It has been a little while since I've done any recording of a video. But I have, it's nothing like what I normally do, like video games, stuff like that. This is actually talking about a carburetor, because I have been working on a four-wheeler for a little bit. And I wanted to talk about how, like, taking a look at carburetors that I have, and then taking a look at the four-wheeler itself, and seeing the, let's see, what I looked up was how to hook up the fuel lines. Because this carburetor is very, very confusing. I've never dealt with one of these like this at all. So what I've done was, I played with it, finally hooked it up correctly, and I wanted to make a video to show you guys exactly how you're supposed to hook this bad boy up to your fuel pump and into your petcock, which makes it work. So I want to switch over to the other side so you can see what's going on there. Alright, what we got here is your standard, actual, pretty decent Mikuni Corp carburetor. The you probably can't see it. I'm going out of focus here. There you go. The 1939 K681. I guess that's what it says. Well, this one is this one's old. Apparently, I guess it's been rebuilt before, but I'm not really for sure. You got your it's on a phone, so sorry if it's shaky. I'll have to stabilize that a little bit. Oh, my finger got in the way. But on this carburetor, down here on the bottom part, this is your float bowl. And this side right here is what goes into your intake. And you flip it over here, this is what your breather hooks up to, your air filter. Your air filter goes here. These two little hoses at the top. A lot of times, you know, I see a lot of videos that talk about the carburetors and stuff like that, but they do not specify what the hell these things go to. These two hoses at the top run down in here to the bottom of the bowl. There's two holes that go straight up in each one. Well, that actually is just a vent. That's all it is. That's all these two lines are. You hook hoses up, it helps get the air out and pushes air out and stuff like that, like the gases and whatnot. Down here on the bottom, this right here is your drain. Alright, say if you take this off and you need to take it off and clean it, twist this little bolt right here on the bottom, right here, if it'll focus. You can see it though, but you can you want to tighten it back all the way up when you're done. But you want to untighten that bad boy, and that bad boy is going to let the gas come out that. And you usually have a hose attached to it. This one didn't come with one, just like the throttle adjuster here. It helps your idler pretty much. It's just an idle. What it is this right here, your throttle hooks up to it and you go vroom, vroom, which then turns the butterfly valve in there. Vroom, with a little delay there though. A little bit of a delay. That's not good. Sorry for holding it so close. I'm not used to this. But yeah, this right here just adjusts the throttle. Well, technically I guess just your throttle. Alright. On the back of this bad boy, you have your fuel inlet. This right here. This bad boy here. It's what puts fuel inside of the carburetor. Then you have two jets in there. One of them is a main jet, which you can see if you look right here. That right there is your main jet. So whenever you give it gas, this bad boy rises up because the diaphragm at the top rises it up when more air goes through. When it does that, it lets more gas flow through here out the bottom down here. And it goes into your intake side of your motor, which burns it, makes it go faster. And on right in here, sorry I ain't got this apart because I'm not taking it apart. I already done it once. But I think it's right here, there is a pilot jet. The pilot jet is, if you look here in the front, see if we can get a shot of that. If you can see down in there, there's a little hole right in front of it, in front of the butterfly there. That right there is what shoots that's what the idle does. Okay, but yeah, that right there, that little hole there, down in there, sorry, it's down in there. You could probably barely see it. It's hard to see it. You can see a little black dot. That's the hole for the pilot jet to shoot gas up into here, which goes into your intake side of your motor to keep it idling and keep it running while it's off. Alright, on the bottom of this bad boy, you see this little thing here? That right there is an adjuster for your your fuel. Let me see. Yeah, that's the it's got a little adjusting piece in there. You twist it. It's got a spring, a washer, and an O-ring, I think. But you adjust it like you get to go off of what your four-wheeler's manual says. You'll go in, like twist it all the way in, then do like half turns or full turns, like count 2.5. You want to do 2 full turns and half of another turn. But that right there is what adjusts to a certain amount of fuel to fly through it. So you either want too much. If you're getting too much, then you need to adjust this lower, like push it back up in here. Or if you're getting not enough, you want to pull it back out. Right here at the very top, this right here is what confused me the most. A lot of people I watched, their carburetors they don't have this. They don't have this extra piece. Well, what don't make sense to me is, why do I have this extra piece? Like, I'm thinking that it said like these two are vent lines. I was told these two right here were vent lines. And I can tell you right now, this right here is not a vent line. It's a vacuum line. Which, to me, what I've heard is a lot of people like, yeah, you got to put your vacuum line up to your petcock. What if you got a fuel pump? Man, this right here, your main vacuum line, if you put it to your petcock, because you have a two-way petcock, because I have a two-way petcock, it's got two sides. One of them is for your main gas. The other one is reserve gas. Shoots out this way. You got your main gas and your reserve gas. Your reserve gas is inside the tank. It's a smaller tube inside your tank. Smaller. So it sucks up the gas at the bottom. The other one's a little bit longer. So it sucks up the gas when it's on. You see what I'm saying? So if you hook this thing up to your petcock, and your petcock is old like mine, because mine's old. This is an 87 four-wheeler I'm working on. It probably won't work right. So if you hook this bad boy up to your petcock, you're going to suck gas in through this. And you're going to have gas coming down in through here. So you're going to get too much gas, because you're going to have gas this way and gas this way. But the question is, will you really have gas coming into here? See, this one also sucks gas too. But this one's for your reserve, that I think. And the only reason why I think that is because this one has to go to the back of the fuel pump. On your fuel pump, there'll be a P. Should be a P on it that says for, like, I can just go with pressure because I don't know what the hell it stands for. But you take for pressure. And then you have one that'll say in and one that'll say out. The in is for your gas to go into, and your out is for the gas to come out to go into the carburetor, which then goes to this back piece here. This one up here goes to the back of my fuel pump. It goes to the back of it to suck air through, because when this right here is pulling air in, it's sucking air through this, which then goes up into the back of the fuel pump to suck air in, which sucks gas from the gas tank up into the fuel filter or fuel pump, and then pushes it into this, because it's also doing sucking here too. So it's sucking both ways. But this right here helps it get into the fuel pump, so the parts that are sucking down here can suck it from the fuel pump into here. Then it gets blown out into here. And then boom, you have magical powers. Now a lot of reason some four-wheelers and other things that run off carburetors like these, or just normal carburetors, have problems is because of your pilot jet. You have to clean that bad boy. But we're going to move off of that one. And I'm going to show you the one that I bought. This is an aftermarket. I don't think it's made by, look at it, comes with a little bitty fuel pump filter. It's a filter. Sorry about that. Oh, shoot, dropped my lines. Alright. Now this one is the one I ordered. I'm pretty sure it's aftermarket. Don't think it's made by Mikuni. No, it's not got no name on it. There's no serial numbers. There's no nothing. This is an aftermarket filter. I got it on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description of where I got it. I haven't tested it yet, obviously, because I just got it a few days ago. But yeah, it's got the this right here's your adjuster for your idle, and right there, see how it's connected in here. There's a little screw there. When you twist that, it moves this right here up and down, which may helps your idle out. You know, I mean, I looked at everything, and everything looks like it's working good. The only thing I don't like is if you look at this one, the fuel inlet, it faces upwards. See, this one, it faces kind of crooked, downwards, which is a little odd, but if it works, it works. I don't know, I ain't tested it yet. But see, this is that long black line here that you're supposed to have. That goes into, that lets gas out if you have to take it off, clean it. And it also comes with these pink hoses, which are just vent hoses. They are the ones that connect into these two black lines here, or where those hoses are at. So the difference here is mine has, or this one, I have two of these actually. Now, I'm pretty sure if I just clean them both. I think this one, yeah, you see that burn stuff there? That's the one I caught on fire. I caught it on fire because it backfired. But this one right here has this. Where this one, let me flip it over here, only has this one. That's it. That's all it has. It has the fuel inlet and it has the vacuum. That's it. I don't have any spot for a reserve like this one does. But there's an idea. I got a two-way splitter, two ways. I got a two-way splitter outside that I'm going to use for both gas lines. So if I'll show that on the video as well. But this, see, as you can tell here, right here in this hole here is where your choke line goes. This one don't have a choke. If you look at here, this has got a brand new chokey choke. It's got a nice cover on the back. I mean, it is aftermarket, so I don't know how well it's going to actually do, but if it gets the four-wheeler started running, that's all I care about. As long as it don't catch fire, because I've caught myself on fire 3 times now. With this one, it comes with, I don't know exactly what that is. I want to say it is a smaller choke port, because it looks like it would go perfect in here, like right there. Like it's smaller for smaller cables, I guess, is what I'm going with. And it came with the cover, which has no name on it because it's aftermarket, and the this cover actually goes over top of where your throttle hooks up, and you got your little throttle piece in there. You put your throttle line into, and you got your screws to put that together with your washers. But that's all it came with. It got 2 lines, a box, a carburetor hose, the adjusters. You got everything in it. I don't know how well it works, but I will find out eventually. But we're gonna go. We're gonna do a sweet transition. Probably we're gonna do a transition into the carburetor right quick, and then we'll be outside. Alrighty, now we're outside. This is the, let me get a better view. This is the 4-wheeler I'm working with. Is a Quad Runner 250. 2-wheel drive. I have pieces over there for a 4-wheel drive, and the 4-wheel drive is actually on the other side of that box. But, I want to show you what I was working with right quick, so you kind of see. Fuel pump. This is your fuel pump. This is mine. Mine was, probably gonna shoot gas everywhere, hope not. Mine was mounted right up in here. Sorry for the bad camera angles, but mine was mounted up here. And that's where mine was at. I took it off there, which I had to put it back, but I broke the bolt. I actually had to drill it out because it was a screw and it was stripped. And these lines actually don't belong on, and these are just lines that I happened to find and rig up real quick. Alright, this is the motor. This right here is where your carburetor goes, right here on this bad boy. And this is your intake side, your exhaust is on the bottom, of course. Brand new starter right here. Looking through the camera, can't see, but this is a brand new starter. If you look right here, see how black these are? This is kind of where I've lit this baby up. But I got the key here. Take the key. Get in there. I got power. I got power into it, so she works. Alright, so what I wanted to show you was how you're hooking this bad boy up exactly. So right here's the petcock. This is what I'm talking about. See, I got two. You got a reserve at the top and you got your on at the bottom. Alright, this side comes up for your reserve, which is the black line over here on this side. This side over here is your regular gas. Alright, I got regular gas run down through here, runs into my hand, runs into this side of my fuel pump, because on this side there is a word on there somewhere. I can't focus, but it's low. There's a word on this side that says in, so that's where the in goes. On this side is the out, and this right here will run down into the ground. No, I'm just kidding. This one actually runs into the fuel inlet of the carburetor. Now this line on the back here, this one is the air line, which is this one right here. This is the one I'll hook into the front of the or the top of the carburetor to suck, because it's still have a suction force and it's going to suck. When it sucks into this, which is sucking gas from here, from your gas tank over there, pulling it into here, and then shooting it out the side. Now, let me go get a where'd it go? Aha. Now this is what I was talking about, a splitter. This thing, I don't even know if it's cleaned. It's clean enough to blow air through it. Yep, yeah. End up eating some gas and dirt and stuff. But what we'll do is, I'll have one line here, right? So you're gonna come off the petcock. Both lines are I'm gonna take and hook both lines into this. Gas on one side, reserve on the other. This one I'll run into the fuel pump on the inside. That way, if I turn it to on, I'll be using the regular gas side. And then when I turn it to reserve, I'll be pulling out from the other side. So if you don't have one of these and you end up getting a carburetor that doesn't have the extra port for the reserve tank, just get you a little splitter, a two-way splitter, and hook them both up like that. One on one side, one on the other. Hook this one into your fuel pump, and then you'll be able to get both reserve and regular gas on into your carburetor. But I think that's about it. I mean, I could well, let me I'll put it on there and I'll show you how it all hooks up. Let me get it situated. It goes into the back of the fuel pump. I don't have the other one hooked up yet from the petcock right here. If you can see that, that's still loose. I haven't hooked it up yet. But I have my gas line hooked in here. This right here is the intake line, or well, the vacuum line, and then this other one shoots out into this shitty fuel filter on up into the bottom down here. I ain't got my choke hooked up either, which I gotta find it. It's laying on the table behind me, but this is how it's hooked up exactly. This carburetor, these goes in here. You still have your little flow thing here, for your breathing box, which sits awfully crooked, very crooked. I don't know how it runs yet. I haven't tested that part out yet, but I still got to do a few modifications. So with this carburetor, it is off-brand aftermarket carburetor. I'll leave a link in the description for it. If you're working on, if you're working with a four-wheeler like this and it's got one of these, you'll have to modify that. And then fight getting that bad boy on there, and then you'll have to have a two-way splitter so you can split your two gas lines into the one gas line. So you will have to do that. But other than that, I don't know if it works yet. I haven't exactly tried it because I ain't got enough power to start it yet. The battery is running, it's dead. It's still got power on it, but as you can see, light goes dim. Ain't got enough juice to turn the starter on it yet. But if it works and it fires up and runs, and that would be great. And I'll go from there afterwards. Bitch. No spider. Okay, now I'm back again. Alright, see here we got the bottom inlet down there for the fuel. As you can see, if you can see it, I got fuel going in there. That goes in the back of there. Just that's the one that pulls it. Alright, now you ready for this? If it catches fire, I can't help that. But I got engine sputtering and backfiring right now because I'm going to have to readjust the valves. But I could do that in a later video. Just I'm not doing it in this one. But with this, alright, you ready? Push the button. Let's see if she catches fire. Yeah, I got backfire and no throttle right now. So, it backfired through the intake side that time, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But the carburetor does work. I mean, it does work right here. You can see this. I got to work with that and fix that, so I might have to fix that. Then I got to take the head down here, which is that piece there. I got to readjust the valves again, then take the crank back off here, go back in there, and then re-time it, and see if that'll fix the backfiring issue. But I got to let it cool down first, because that'll probably be another day. Right now it's hot. I already burnt my fingers because, man, my hand touched this piece of exhaust hanging out down there. But yeah, that's how you hook up a four-wheeler. Well, I mean, that's how you hook up a carburetor the correct way, you know, not like these other videos. They tell you, but they don't show you anything. They don't show you how anything actually goes. So your hose here that goes into this top inlet, they'll say, oh, that goes to your petcock. Yeah, it will. If you don't have a fuel pump, it will go to your petcock. But if you have a fuel pump, it won't go to your petcock. This one goes to your fuel pump to pull air in, or to do the sucking when it's pulling air through this, to pull fuel into your fuel pump, and then also help pull, because this just helps pull it into the fuel pump. Then from here is where your other parts of your carburetor and the other airflow takes control and pulls it up through your gas line, which then goes into the bottom of the fuel pump, the carburetor, and then fuels your engine. I didn't have no fire this time, which is good. So you didn't get to see the fire. I mean, I've had fire like 3 times now. Not with this one though. Not with this one. But still work in progress. I mean, these things were free. They've been sitting out for like 2 or 3 years, and I got this one running. It sputters a little bit, but it's a work in progress. Once I get this drilled out and fixed, and then adjust the valves, I got to recheck them and to make sure they didn't come out of time. If they did, and there's something else wrong with this motor that I have to look into. But I readjust the valves. I'm going to readjust that down here, put this back down on right timing where it's supposed to be, and then readjust the intake and the exhaust side. And then we'll fire it up again. We'll see if it fires up and runs after I get all that other stuff fixed. I got still install my choke. I ain't done that yet. But let's see if I can switch it. Nope, won't let me switch it. But my gas can over there. Well, thanks for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you thought this video was helpful, which I hope it does help. There's a lot of people out there that have a lot of trouble with these carburetors, and they're looking for, you know, tutorials on how to hook them up. And believe me, it took me a while to figure out the fuel system in this thing, because I've never messed with one of these. This is the first time I've ever messed with one, and I finally figured out the fuel. So leave a thumbs up, comment what you thought maybe I did wrong or could have do better next time, but just let me know, and I'll see you later. Peace.